Hi friends, welcome to the second guide for the SMG-30. Today I'll be briefly walking you through the basic process of retargeting and the steps you can take to make your SMG-30 animations work on another mesh. I'm going to get started by right-clicking and going Animation, Retargeting, IK Retargeter. I'm going to call this IKR underscore SMG-30, and I'm going to hit Enter, Control-Shift-S to save, and I'm going to double-click to open. Here, you'll see the retargeting UI. To get started, let's go up to where it says Source IK Rig Asset. Where the drop-down, we're going to select IKR First Person Hands. This is the default IK Rig provided with the SMG-30, and it should be present in your project as long as the SMG-30 has been added to it. However, we need a target to retarget to. So I'm going to go over to where it says Target IK Rig Asset, and you'll notice I have another IK rig called IK Mannequin added to my project. This is from the Unreal Engine Mannequins pack that is available for free on the marketplace. I'm using it here as demonstration, but this should work with just about any UE5 compatible asset from the marketplace. I'm going to click the mannequin to bring it in, and you'll see it will show up over top of my mesh. Now, I want to see them both side by side, so it says target mesh offset. I'm going to set this to 150. And now you'll see we have our two meshes. Now, if you're running an older version of the SMG-30, you may need to do some of these steps manually. What you'll notice is over here where it says chain mapping, Unreal has auto-assigned all of the chains in the SMG-30 mesh to the ones in the Unreal Engine Mannequin mesh. However, if you're using an older version of the SMG-30, you'll notice a couple of these are wrong. Foot root IK isn't meant to be targeted to root, neither is left foot IK to left middle, right foot IK to right middle, etc. If you're using a more up-to-date version of the SMG-30, you'll notice that these are named correctly and automatically assigned properly. If not, let's go through and fix this, so what we need it to be. So I'm going to go to where it says foot root IK and set that to none. The same for left foot IK, the same for right foot IK. Where it says hand root IK, I'm going to leave that be for now. Same for hand gun IK. And then I'm going to go down to where it says left hand IK. I'm going to set that to none and right hand IK to none as well. Then I'm going to Control-Shift-S, and then I'm going to go up here where our IKR first person hands is shown. I'm going to double click that to open it. This is our first person hands IK rig. I'm going to go down to the very bottom, and where it says IK hand root, I'm going to right click and set new retarget chain. I'm just going to call this IK on hand root and add chain. Now I can Control-Shift-S and go back to the IK rig, and where it says hand root IK, I'm going to set this to our IK hand root. Now I can hit Control-Shift-S once again, and let's go to our asset browser and pick an animation to retarget. I'm going to select the sprint animation. Because I'm using a third-person mesh here and SMG-30 animations were designed for first-person mesh, some of our animations clip through the body. So I'm going to use something that doesn't, such as the sprint animation. One thing you'll notice, if you go to your source and down here to our hand gun, this is the bone that's used to attach the gun to our model. And you can see that it's positioned correctly here in between the two hands. However, if I go to my target and I find the same bone, you'll notice that it's incorrectly positioned over here. There's a reason for this. Let's hop to our chain mapping and find our handgun IK, and you'll see these options here. What we want to do is change the translation mode from none to absolute. And now you'll notice that our IK handgun is correctly positioned on our final IK rig. I'm quite happy with that, so I'm going to Control-Shift-S to save, and then we can go back to the asset browser, select our sprinting animation, and export selected animations. You don't need to do this manually, by the way. If you're trying to export the whole animation set for use on a new mesh, you can just hold Shift and select the whole lot and export everything at once. But for now, I'm just going to do the sprint animation. I'm going to click Export. I'm going to go to my content folder and just click Export. you'll see I get a confirmation over here. And if I close this now, we'll notice that there's our new animation for our Manny30. Now, I'm going to go up here and delete this socket that I've previously made. This is how yours will likely look. Now, if I go to IK Handgun and I add a preview asset, SMG, if I can type SMG-30, you'll notice that it's rotated the wrong way. Now, I'm going to pause this just so it's easier to work with. This is a simple fix. We just need to rotate it 90 degrees. Now, what you may want to do if you want to add other guns, for example, I'm going to undo that and I'm going to remove this preview asset. What you may want to do is on top of the handgun, right click, add socket. I'm going to call it the SMG-30 socket. And then right click that. I'm going to add our preview asset, SMG-30. And then we'll rotate this socket by 90 degrees. So now your mesh will have an SMG-30 socket that works in all positions with the SMG-30. With that said, that's about it. I just wanted to put one more disclaimer here, and that is if you're trying to retarget to older Unreal Engine 4 meshes, you may have some issues with the fingers. This is because older meshes tend to use lower resolution finger bones in particular. So if you do have issues, be aware that that may be the reason. Another thing, in this video, I have not covered how to make IK rigs. The SMG-30's IK rig is found in the SMG-30 demo first-person hands character blueprints folder, where you can find it here. I have not covered how to create these in this tutorial. If you'd like to learn how to create them, I'll leave 1 or 2 tutorials down in the description. But most likely, the person who created your ARM rig, if you are using one off the marketplace, will know best. So maybe reach out to them for help if you're struggling. Anyway, I hope that helped. If you have any questions, there's the comment section down below. You can email me on my website, and we have our lovely Discord community on Discord as well, where I'll be more than happy to help you out. Thanks so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.